Jai Hind, my loving kids. Welcome to the English classes today. I am Tulika Pathak and I'll be teaching you a chapter from your literature book, A Black Aeroplane. Now, children, I want to share something with you. The last class I enjoyed a lot, children, as I got the chance to interact with you with the live chat. Now, children, in this video also, I am going for that option as because I was so happy last day, interacting with you through the live chats, that just after finishing the class, I went to principal sir to say that. So I was very happy. I went to the other management bodies to say that how happy I was to interact with you after such a long time. So this class also I'll be interacting with you and enjoying your chats. Rather, I would say answering your chats in my comment box. So let us start the chapter. Jai Hind, my children. Let us start the chapter, The Black Aeroplane. Now, children, tell me before I start the chapter, what do you understand? Have you heard the word miracle? Yes or no, you can write in the comment box. What do you understand by miracle? You can write this also. What you understand about miracle, you can write in the comment boxes. I just want to see what you want. Because literature teaching, as long we teach it without interacting you, we don't enjoy it. When we start interacting with you, we see your views. Like always I told you that literature teaching is not like that the sun is all a glowing ball. No, somebody may come up saying, no ma'am, it's just an orange ball. Somebody may come, no ma'am, it's a yellow ball. No ma'am, it's a shining red ball. So all these different answers together add spices in a literature class. So to make myself satisfied, I don't know how much you are enjoying, but to make myself satisfied, I want to interact with you in the live chats. So please write, what do you understand by a miracle? Now, according to me, let me say about some people, they say that hard work brings miracle. No, children, I don't believe this. Hard work brings success. This is very true. Miracle cannot be connected with hard work, children. To me, a miracle is an event not explicable by natural or scientific laws, children. Actually, it cannot be explained. Miracle cannot be explained by any natural or any scientific laws, according to me. So the people saying that hard work brings miracle, I don't agree with them, because hard work brings success, not miracle. Such an event, a miraculous event, can be attributed to a supernatural being, especially a deity, magic, a miracle worker, a saint, or a religious leader. Some coincidences may be seen as miracles. Now, this is what I mean by miracles. Whatever you find as miracle, you can write it in the comment box, in a line or in a sentence, anything. Now, children, when I told you about miracles, I don't know how much you believe in miracles, but I do believe in miracles, children. Now, being your literature teacher, I have all the right to take you to the world of mysteries, to the world of imaginations, to the world of miracles, and then again bring you back to the world of reality. Your science teachers, your social teachers, they don't have this liberty what a literature teacher has, as because they only teach you the happenings or the real facts. But I take you to the flight of mysteries, I take you to the flight of imagination, then I again pull you back to this real world saying, children, don't waste time, Keep on studying. Don't keep your tasks for tomorrow. Whatever you have been taught by your teachers, compile your lessons within that day. Don't keep it for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be very difficult for us in this pandemic. We never know where this corona is leading us to. What will be our syllabus? How we have to compile our syllabus. Now we are getting time to compile our courses. So let us do as your teachers are teaching daily. Please compile your course with them. Don't put anything on tomorrow, because tomorrow we are very terrified for the tomorrow, because the exams will be scheduled on the dates. It won't shift the dates. The session will be continued. The syllabus it will be shuffled, or it may not be shuffled. So why to take risks when your school is taking all the initiative to cover the course? You also start covering the course back at your home. So children, what I just deviated, whenever I get a chance, I try to make you realize in this real world that you have to study, you have to work hard, and that would only bring colors to your life, your good results. Now children, when I say miracle, I just want to share an incident with you, which I usually do. The incident is an experience, is a life experience by my sister when she was studying in Delhi, and it's a real one, children. This you can get an flavor of miracle in her experience. Now my sister, she was staying in Delhi. She was studying there. She and her friend staying in Delhi would pick out and visit one random place on Delhi's map. Now, whenever they used to get a holiday, they used to go for outing, and any place they would pick up from the map of Delhi, they used to visit that place. Children, it's a real story. Since they didn't have a vehicle, taking the metro was their best bet. That day, they decided to check out the Lotus Temple, the Kalkaji Temple, and the ISKCON Temple. Now children, if you recall, those who have visited, if you recall, visiting the temple, you know that one needs to cross a rather massive park, which naturally becomes quite spooky when dark, thanks to the lack of any street lights. My sister and her friends had forgotten the way back. When they were returning back, they had forgotten the way back and were obviously petrified. To put things into perspectives, that was the right after the Nirbhaya incident. I think you know about the Nirbhaya incident, so they were all terrified, So obviously tensions were high. My sister recalls, she said, they took a deep breath and chose a path on the park and started walking without knowing where this path would take them. It was 8:30 p.m. and not only was the park completely deserted, which was pitch dark, children. They were all scared like hell. They had started praying when suddenly a miracle happened. A thin man, somewhere in his 40s, started walking in front of them. They were just blindly following him, not knowing where he would lead them to. They were scared at first, not knowing who that man was, but they noticed that he would stop when they stopped. Once they started walking, he would do the same. He didn't look back, children, because rather I should say, they couldn't see his face. Even once in the entire time when they followed him. He just kept walking and they just followed him. The man eventually the led the two of my sister and the sister's friend to the entrance of the park. कालकाजी मेट्रो स्टेशन वहाँ है, आप जा सकते हो. Means there is the Kalkaji metro station, you can go now. He said this. This is the first statement from him. He said and he disappeared. The girls reached home safely that night. My sister finally concluded by saying that miracles can happen anywhere. All you need is to believe. Miracles and the power of prayer are very real, she says. So that day she learned a lesson that miracles do happen in this world. Only thing is that you have to have a trust in yourself. You have to be a good human being. You have to believe your prayers, and you would see the miracles happening when you are in your tough situations. Now, I would start with the introduction of the chapter. Now, children, before I start, how did you like this experience of my sister? Just comment in the chat box and let me know. Let us start the introduction. The lesson Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth reflects on how one's judgment gets distorted due to fanatizing and how it creates problem. In this chapter, the narrator is a pilot who is so eager to meet his family and have a good breakfast that he takes the wrong decision of facing the storm instead of doing the right thing. Miraculously, he somehow manages to escape with the help of a mysterious aeroplane. So this is the introduction. I think you could just get the flavor of the chapter, and more I get into it, you would understand. Now I would let you know about the author, and the author is the narrator of the short story and the character sketch. He's the pilot also, so it's the character sketch of the pilot also. He is the narrator, he is the author. All right. The narrator Frederick Forsyth himself was the pilot. He loved his family and was quite brave and courageous. He had hardly flown a few miles when he saw dark, ominous clouds. Flying through them was dangerous. Yet he wanted to meet his family so much that he took the risk. As was feared, inside the clouds, his flying instrument stopped working. He was lost and his life was threatened. Quite miraculously, a black aeroplane appeared in the clouds and guided him to the land safely. He was full of gratitude for the pilot of the black aeroplane and rushed to the air traffic control office to know about the pilot who had saved his life. He was amazed to know there was no other plane that was flying that night besides his. Then who was there in that another aeroplane? Who was the other pilot who guided him? He must have been a very fortunate and a good human being, as even angels were ready to help him in his trouble. Now this is the thing I want to teach you, children. If you have faith in yourself, if you have faith in your prayers, if you are a good human being, you can always have an angel. You can always have an help from the Almighty to move out from your trouble or your crisis. I do believe in this, and I want this belief to be developed in my children. My children should also have the same faith. You should be a good human being. You should have trust in yourself. You should have trust and faith in your prayers. And surely you are going to get the angel in the period of your crisis. Now, something more I could manage about the author. Here's a picture here about the author, Frederick Forsyth. Now, he was born in 25th of August in Ashford, United Kingdoms. His years of service is 1956 to 1958. The movies and the TV shows he is renowned for are The Day of the Jackal, The Odessa File, and more. The awards which he bagged in his lifetime were the Edgar Award for the Best Novel, the Cartier Diamond Dagger, and more. And the plays he is renowned for is Love Never Dies. Now this about the authors and all, it won't come in your exams, children, but I just give you, just to add a curiosity about, to quench the curiosity about your curiosity about the author. Now when you grow up, if you come to know about these authors, you would say, yes, I know something about this author. Okay, I read in my literature classes. Now what do? When we start a chapter, you people generally ask, ma'am, what is the objective of the chapters? Why do we go through this chapter? So the objectives of these chapters are to make them, means you, believe of the mysteries that exist in this world. So it's me who would make you believe that there are mysteries. You can go to the world of fantasy. You can go to the world of imagination. Then again, it is me who would bring you back to this real world, saying, keep on studying. Take care of your notebooks to help you think critically whether such mysteries really exist. To help you arrive at a conclusion that if an aeroplane can fly and land safely, even in an odd condition as mentioned in the lesson, it would enable the students to share the personal experience. Now children, this is what another thing you learn from this lesson, that if an aeroplane can really come out from the crisis, it can land safely. So I would tell you that children, trust me, with every problem in your life there is a solution. A problem comes up with a solution. So when you are engulfed in problem, in a crisis, never to break your heart, children. You are with me now, but when you will grow up, you will move away from me. Then also remember the thing, children, whenever you are in a problem, never think that you are engulfed in a crisis, because with every problem there comes a solution. So with every problem you have a solution. So never to break your heart any moment. All right? To enable the students to share their personal experiences, which you are doing in the comment boxes, isn't it? You're sharing your personal experience. I would ask you to share more things. Now, to enable to express themselves in grammatically correct language, to sensitize the students to the feelings of an individual, to enable the students to think of an alternative ending of the story. Now, this alternative ending of the story, I want to ask you to write what alternative ending you wanted in the story. Please write in the comment box, children. There, the author has ended in his own way, but you may like, no ma'am, it might have ended in this way. You can write your suggestions in the comment box so that I can see that in which ways you want the stories to be ended. Please add your comments, children. I'm waiting for it. So now the next, it comes the message. What do we learn? The moral which helps us to shape ourselves. The message, that is the narrator who wants to give to the readers through the lesson The Black Aeroplane, in my opinion, which I learned after reading the chapter, is we should not lose our hope in trouble. This is what I'm telling you from the beginning of the chapter. You should not lose hope when you are in trouble. You should have faith in yourself. You should have faith in your prayers. There, you will have a solution. Angel with the solution. All right. Now, explanation. I have shared a PDF. You will go through the first paragraph of the PDF of this chapter. You will pause it, then you will go through the explanation of this chapter. I'll be explaining it in a very clear and simple language, children. I've used very simple languages for you to understand. I think you would understand it and enjoy the chapter also at the same time. So it was night time when the sky was clear and the stars could be seen twinkling. The pilot felt peace in being above a country that had fallen asleep while he was flying over France to England. It was 1:30 in the morning and he was fantasizing about holidaying with his family. Now the second paragraph explanation, again you will follow the same thing. You will go through the PDF, pause it, and you'll go through my explanation. When the aeroplane was in France, the pilot thought of informing the Paris control personnel about the presence and for instructions. At that time, the lights from the Paris city were blaring at him. He informed the control agency, to which they replied with further instruction on directions. The control room at Paris instructed him to turn 12 degrees towards the west. Now here in this page you can see the photograph. I could manage a photograph of a Dakota plane. The Dakota planes were used, the small size plane, they were used in the World War. I think you know better than me about the aeroplanes. All right, I could manage a small photograph for you. Now let's come to the explanation of the third paragraph. You will pause the PDF and then you will go for the explanation. After receiving the instructions, the pilot geared up and followed them while putting the last fuel tank into operation. All this time he was dreaming about his time with his family. You know, he was going to meet his family the next day? Yes. And then he started thinking about having a satisfactory breakfast at the destination point. He was calm as everything was going as planned. So, we'll come up with the fourth paragraph explanation. Now the plane had crossed Paris when he started seeing the clouds in the sky. The presence of clouds made it unsafe to travel by an air because there were chances of a storm. They were so huge and dark that the pilot compared them with black mountains. He knew that he couldn't pass them as it was impossible to go above them or escape them with the amount of fuel that was left in the last tank. The right decision would have been to fly back to Paris safely, but the pilot's decision making was clouded by his wish to meet his family. He was deliberate to meet his family, children. So desperately he wanted to be with his family and have the English breakfast he had been dreaming all the day, that he took the risk of not going. Thus he headed the plane right into the storm. So he was all desperate, so he did not move back. He proceeded towards the destination. The next paragraph, that is the fifth paragraph. It was so dark because of the storm that nothing was visible outside the plane. He started losing control of the plane. The compass and other instruments had also stopped working because of the bad weather. He became helpless. Now children, have you been I think you have been in a experience of a storm, your aeroplane moving into a thunderstorm. If not, you have seen in the movies also, and you can feel how terrible it is. If you are having an experience, please write yes in the comment box and share it with me. I want to know that how many have experienced that terrible situation. The paragraph 6, he tried calling the Paris Control Agency who had helped him earlier but could not connect because of the weather. In the midst of nowhere, when everything failed, he saw a ray of hope when he saw another aeroplane. He felt relieved when he saw another pilot's face and willingness to help him escape the storm. He thought to himself that the other pilot is very kind, and as he knew that they were lost and was trying to help him. The new words are the runway. As runway, everybody you know, a strip of hard ground along with the aircraft take off and land. Now, frightened means terrified, followed means chased, obedient one who obeys, and glad means happy. Now, the new words you have to learn the meanings, because you have to learn how to use it in the write-ups. If you are writing using this new words in your answers, surely you are getting a better weightage from me. That is, you are getting a better marks from me. I'll give extra benefits to those students who are using these new words in their answers. Now, passage 7. The other pilot took his plane ahead of the lost aeroplane to make it easier for them to follow, while the author followed him like an obedient child. He was also panicking because there was very less amount of fuel left. It was only that when he started coming out of the storm and could see the runway to land his plane safely. When he turned to thank the other pilot, he realized that the plane or the pilot that helped him had disappeared as soon as he came out of the storm. Understood? So there was the plane, the other plane, the black plane with the pilot disappeared. So the 8th paragraph, the author did not know where he had landed, but was afraid of leaving his plane unattended. He headed straight to the control room to ask about the other pilot. To his utmost surprise, children, the lady informed him there was no other plane in the sky except his because of the bad weather. The pilot is left astonished with a lot of questions unanswered in the mind. Now, what are the questions in the pilot's mind? Please do write in the comment box, children, because my question is, now don't copy my question, that who was the pilot in the other plane? Now don't write my question, write your own questions. I want to see what questions you can write. Or where did the plane disappear? The new words, radar is a system for detecting the presence, direction, distance and speed of the aircraft, ships and other objects by sending out pulses of radio waves which are reflected. Now, strangely is in a strange manner. The new words again you have to learn, and you have to learn the usages also. For that you have to learn the meanings. Now, coming up to the end, I want to sum up the chapter. A pilot of the old Dakota aeroplane a pilot of the old Dakota aeroplane flies in the midnight over Paris, France towards England. Dreams of spending holidays with family, wants to have breakfast with his family in the morning. Unfortunately, he passes through a huge black mountainous clouds. The compass, radio, other instruments turn dead. Suddenly, he notices a black aeroplane in front of him. The pilot of the plane instructs him to follow. Then what happens? He follows like an obedient child, but in the meantime, his fuel tank gets exhausted. Then what happens? Suddenly, he notices a row of light on the ground. That is the runway of the place he landed. And it is a runway. He lands safely. Then what happens? He goes to the control rooms and asks about the other aeroplane, but he's dumbstruck to know that there is no aeroplane noticed on the radar that night. Many questions remain unanswered, mysterious and unsolved. So who helps him to arrive there safely? without a compass or a radio, and without any more fuel in his tank. Please, what do you think? Who is that? Who is that person? Who is the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? The children, the questions are for you to answer. Now, with this, I end up this chapter. I think you have enjoyed the chapter. You have understood the explanation of the chapter. Coming to the end, I want to say that maintain your literature notebooks with a good cover page and a message. Write the NCERT exercises and the extra questions. I'm sharing the PDF also. Do not write the answers of the extra questions. The extra questions you would write in your A notebooks just to maintain the question bank. With this, I end the chapter. Jai Hind, stay home, stay safe, don't move outside.